Hello world, Kyle here with NimbleNoggin.io, and today we're going to talk about how to manage breakpoints. So we can see here that in the text field view controller that I have 4 breakpoints on the 4 lines in viewDidLoad, so that when I do open this view controller, we should hit each of these breakpoints. And we can just continue over with this play, pause, execution button down there. And we've just continued past all 4 of those breakpoints, and we didn't really need to know anything that was going on there. So what if we wanted to get rid of them, or just maybe temporarily disable them while we work on something else? Well, there's multiple ways to do this, and first we will get rid of a breakpoint. So here on this line we're just calling super viewDidLoad. That's not something that we're going to want to pay attention to, because we call this method every time we implement the viewDidLoad method. So to remove this breakpoint, you click and hold and just drag it off until there's a little X button by the cursor, and you let go, and poof, the breakpoint is gone. So let's say that what we're worrying about here is this self-start animating label method. Why don't we go ahead and remove these other 2 breakpoints here, since we could just use this step over in or out of buttons to continue through the rest of this method's implementation. So again, with those, I've just clicked and dragged them off of this breakpoint / line numbers bar here. And I don't have line numbers turned on at the moment, but this is where they show up. So again, if we run the app, then we will only hit this one breakpoint here when we open this view controller in viewDidLoad. And we can continue program execution down here again and continue with the app how we normally would use it. So how about during runtime while the app is still running, what if we want to open this view controller again, but we don't want to hit this breakpoint because we've already hit it, we know what's going on, maybe we want to see what's happening in real time while the app is running without it pausing on us. But we still maybe want to come back later and remember to check over this breakpoint again. So what you can do is deactivate it. And how you deactivate a breakpoint is you just click on it, and you can see that it turns slightly translucent so that you know that it's still there. But as we're using the app, and I will open this view controller again, we are not going to hit that breakpoint on viewDidLoad. But it's still there. So if I go over here and I click on it again, we'll reactivate it, and then we can open this view controller and we will hit that breakpoint. So for this next example, I'm going to add those other 3 breakpoints back in, and we'll just continue the program execution past that. And there is something called a Breakpoint Navigator up here in the top left of the screen. And this shows you a list of all active or inactive breakpoints in your code in the project. And we can see here that in the text field view controller, I have 4 breakpoints in the method viewDidLoad. And they're all active and with their respective line numbers next to that. So what happens if we add another breakpoint down here in text field should change characters in range? Let's just do that, and we can see that this method definition here is different and actually pointing to the method that the breakpoint is in, and the line number matches as well. And if we deactivate that, it will show us that in this navigator as well, that that breakpoint is deactivated. So some more management that you can do in this Breakpoint Navigator up here is you can actually click these breakpoint symbols up here to activate and deactivate them. So we can just deactivate them all. And if we wanted to remove them, you can actually remove them by pressing delete or backspace, but Macs have a delete key. And here we can just delete over all of the breakpoints that we have in the app. So if we put one back, and I'm just going to show you another example in the text view controller. We'll just plop a breakpoint anywhere in this view controller. Actually, let's not use the viewDidLoad method. Let's put it in keyboard will hide. So we can see here we have one active breakpoint in viewDidLoad on line 22 of text field view controller. And in the text view controller, we have a active breakpoint on line 34 of keyboard will hide. Pretty cool. Thanks for watching.